Hey everyone, it's Sabrina Jean. I hope you're all doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Quantum Optimism. Are you ready for your pick a card reading? What you need to know about your immediate future, what or who is coming in for you? In this video, you have 4 different piles to choose from, as usual, or you can choose according to the timestamp or the crystal. So, if you want to choose according to the crystal, pile number 1 is a hematite, pile 2 is a purple fluorite, pile 3 is a green fluorite, and pile 4 is a blue calcite. So what do you need to know about your immediate future? Choose as many piles that you feel called towards. And let's get started. Pile 1. Hello to all who chose pile 1 or the hematite. What do you need to know about your immediate future? What or who is in it? Immediate future, well, I cannot reduce or narrow the timeline, so we'll just have to keep this in mind for your immediate future. So what do you need to know? I need to warn you all first that this morning I've really been feeling the woo, and I don't know what you've been feeling or experiencing or sensing too, but I'm thinking this is Neptune, which is about to be at 0 degrees again. It's pushing the reset button. So wherever Neptune is transiting in your life, your astrology chart, it may or may not be affecting you. The woo may be affecting you, or maybe it's not. So let's look at your cards and see what more you need to know. What's going on? Okay, I want to start with, I'm trying to remember, I think I pulled the tarot cards first. Okay, well, this is a good way to start your week. Ace of Pentacles, Strength, the Wheel, the Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant. Okay, I am going to adjust my light. Hold on one second. Okay, that's a lot better. And then lastly, okay, Judgment. Let's just lay out all of your cards so that we can get the best information or confirmation for you. I'm going to pull those last. Okay. I suppose I could create a pick a card reading that incorporates both the practical reality and the woo. But honestly, pile 1, your messages are coming through wanting to reassure you that your finances are good. You have everything that you need. And any of you who are worrying about your financial situation, try to stop worrying about that, because worrying or fear only creates more of the same energy. Trust that the people or the situations or the opportunities that you need will show up for you in your immediate future. I like to limit these to like 7 days ahead, but honestly, the timing is based on your life, your path. Okay, so that was the first message. It's also time for something new. It's time for you to make a serious decision, or perhaps a serious change in your life. Maybe some of you are no longer interested in the kind of work that you're doing. You're looking for something else, something more fulfilling, something different. And so the universe confirms that too, and it's saying it's time. But instead of choosing a logical or practical way of earning an income for yourself, the Hierophant, Pluto, and your spiritual team, and, well, the oneness, are all encouraging you to listen and follow your heart. What is pulling you? What is calling you? What is luring you towards? It's like something might be luring you towards this deeper inner sanctuary, something that you're really longing for. Speaking of longing for those of you who are longing for a new home, or you're wanting to move, for those of you who feel like you need, to be somewhere else, you need to get away from your current environment, or some of you are needing to receive more money or to earn a better income so that you can move somewhere else, you may be affected by the woo, which is the spiritual. It's the imaginative. It's the 5D. And so this does not necessarily confirm that you need to be moving or changing your home location at this time. Again, it really depends on your astrology, your cycles. What you should be focusing on right now and this week is your financial stability, people coming in to assist you with professional advice. So again, it could be a new job, but you also have an infinite connection. You're being guided, or you're being encouraged to follow your inner guidance, follow your heart. Wow, there's so many different messages that are popping up here. I feel like if you chose pile 1, you might be struggling between pursuing the woo, something that is dreamy, something that is calling you, but then maybe you're keeping yourself stuck in this, logical, practical foundation or reality. So I do feel like this Neptune at 00 degrees, it's resetting in a few hours. It could be affecting you. The woo could be affecting you in a way that is making you dream for something better. And there's nothing wrong with that, but right now it's important to come back to the here and now and to focus on your financial well-being. Everything that's happening for all of you who chose group number 1 is happening for a reason. It's the right timing. Okay, I pulled some astrology oracle because I wanted to ask, what are the planets that are affecting you the most right now? As an oracle card. So there's Mars. Like, you have extra energy. Some of you have extra physical energy, and it would benefit you to get some sort of cardio exercise or a sport to help you get rid of that pent-up energy. Okay, and then Saturn. Interesting. So you're also being limited in what it is that you can pursue. So what's crazy is that your spirit guide, the universe is protecting you in your home, in your current situation. It's protecting you from choosing to do something crazy that isn't going to support you and your journey. Although as much as you might feel called to run away, or some of you might be feeling like you need to escape, again, just even going somewhere and exercising or going for a hike, or go to a nearby location where you can absolutely lose yourself, even if just for a little while. When you go back home again, you should be feeling a lot better, more clear, and in a good position to regain your focus on what is most important for you at this time. So, professional, your job, your business, your income. I feel like you're being guided in this direction this week, but also to follow your heart. So, how many of you have been wanting to start your own business? Something to think about. How many of you, well, some of you, the message here is encouraging you to let go of your need to control the money situation. And that would only be caused by the woo. Because honestly, a logical mind isn't going to tell you not to worry about that right? But I feel like there's a dividing line, this shift, if you want to call it a shift in consciousness. It's pulling you away from that power and control structure. And if you choose to work with it, your imagination or your creative mind, you will find that it is helping you to create and build something of your own profession, your own business, your own sanctuary. Look at this, you've got the number 26, 8, the number 8. Interesting. The number 8, 888, is a significant number, and it's a quantum number, the 888. It's reassuring you that you will always have what you need financially. So how many of you are wanting to pursue a dream, or at least to spend some time thinking about it or imagining it? Okay, so Jupiter is also blessing you with good fortune and perfect timing and professional assistance in your life. So the great takeaway from pile number 1 is that last message. But I also want to add one more card to your reading. I want to use the Pocket Oracle. Honestly, I was experiencing such intense woo this morning before I looked at the astrology transits to understand why I was being called towards the woo. And I literally had to pull out a couple of decks and ask a very direct yes or no question from the universe. Because I was wanting to do something. I was feeling like I needed to escape or go somewhere else. And so I know that I'm not the only person who's feeling that. Okay, so group 1, Pocket Oracle, is wanting you to know that you're going in the right direction. You're on the right path. Ooh, check out, you've got the moon. Actually, do all these cards have? No, they don't. Okay. Eclipse may be significant for you. And we have another eclipse next Sunday. Wow. So that's just like literally, no, I don't want that one. I don't want that one either. One more Pocket Oracle for group number 1. What more does group number 1 need to know right now? Or at least for the week ahead. Right, let go, let go, let go. Isn't that a song from a Disney movie? All right, well, you know, if you chose group 1, there really isn't anything for you to worry about. And the mind really loves to be in control. The mind really loves to worry about everything. But do trust that something that is necessary, everything that is necessary, is going to show up for you this week or in your immediate future. Everything that you've been needing to stay on the right path and keep moving forward. So, pile 1, this is your video reading for today. If you enjoyed it, please do click the like button. Of course, I'm always available for astrological readings. If you want a tarot reading, I offer that too. Feel free to reach out to me. My link is down below. But this should be a fantastic week for everyone who chose group number 1. So have an awesome week, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the purple fluorite crystal, okay, so what do you need to know about your immediate future? I almost forgot the name of the video. Okay, immediate future, so the next 7 days or so, or your week ahead. Or what do you need to know? Purple fluorite goes over there off to the side, and we are going to start your reading with the tarot cards. So these are the Tarot Illuminati deck. There's the Ace of Swords, the Tower, the Chariot, the Emperor. Wow. Okay, so they're all Tarot Illuminati for pile number 2. The High Priestess and the Hanged Man. Interesting. Okay, so group number 2. So this is a very interesting spread of cards. So I'm going to look at your other cards. Okay. Beyond illusion. So the woo might be getting to you too. Family, friends, and guides. Spiritual energy. Woo is like the 5D imagination, spiritual, beyond reality is the woo. And then joy. Oh, look, you've got the number 22. 22 is the master builder, and I don't know if all of you are 22s. I really do believe with these cards, your guides are saying that you're on the right path, you're on the right track to success, or you're still on the right track. So how many of you have been asking, are you still like moving in the right direction? Because again, some of you might be experiencing this woo or uncertainty or confusion, and this could be caused by Neptune, which in a few hours, Neptune is going to retrograde back into 0 degrees, which is a reset. Depending on where Neptune is transiting in your astrology chart, will reveal how it's affecting you, your life. I'm thinking it's affecting your mind because you have the Ace of Swords here. It might be affecting your clarity or decision making. But I'm thinking that this week, whatever fogginess or uncertainty or woo is affecting you, by the end of the week, you're going to understand why. Because I think you're being protected or prevented from making a serious decision that you might regret. So technically, the woo is protecting you from doing something bad or doing something stupid. You're still on the right track, although I feel like there's something else that's shifting in the background theme. You're being realigned with your, let's just call it your Akashic record. But the path that you are on will lead you just right. The more you can just tune into your happiness or inner joy for the next few days, the better you will feel. Try not to make too much logical, practical sense out of something that isn't really making any sense. Just for now. So what are the planets that are affecting group number 2 the most? Okay, well, there's Pluto, big changes. Neptune can cause confusion. Confusion, obsession, control, resurrection. So these are deep spiritual changes. Oh my gosh, and then also Uranus. Okay, so by the end of this, if we consider this a 7-day transit, which I really don't know, I mean, if this is your astrology transit, it's probably going to last longer than 7 days, but Uranus brings in brand new, fresh insights from a higher perspective. The High Priestess. So this is why maybe some of you, if you're trying to make a decision about something this week, but you're just not sure, it's because it's not the right time for you to make that serious decision. But again, by the end of the week, you're going to have more clarity about how to move forward. I'm thinking that these cards, and probably your astrology transits as well, are making a lot of, the term is a quincunx. So a quincunx is when there's a need for you to make adjustments within your mind or your thinking or your expectations, your daily routine. And so this is the perfect week for you to really reanalyze and make changes in your life that are more aligned with what you prefer. It's a perfect week to let go of the yuck and to tune into the joy, positivity, inspiration, happiness, because these are seriously, if these planets are actually affecting you strongly in your current astrology, meaning the current transit, then these are things that are affecting you beyond your ego. Your ego mind probably won't have any concept or understanding about what is shifting within you. And I'm not saying this to scare anyone, because this is a thing. This is a thing that is happening to many people. I already went through it. Thankfully, I was born with an analytical mind. I was born with an earth brain. So I was like analyzing everything. It's like, why is that doing, right? So the purple fluorite is resonating with your third eye, your intuition, even this card. So the more you can listen or follow your intuition or trust, tune into your own inner joy, your spiritual team are probably also communicating with you this week too. Some of you may realize that you are becoming more telepathic, receiving messages through telepathy, which could seem like a sudden flash or an imprint of a word or an instant knowing of something this week. So if you have the liberty to play around with this and practice telepathy or try to create a stronger connection with your spiritual team, which isn't necessarily a conversation like you and I might be having, because spirit communicates in a variety of different ways, and spirit doesn't necessarily speak English or language at all. Okay, I'm thinking that the universe is trying to get you to see your life or yourself from a different perspective. So honestly, group 2, your reality might feel like it's shifting this week. And remember, if you're feeling that, it's what's supposed to be happening. And I am assuming that why your reality or your mind is shifting is because you are in the process of the beginning of tuning into more of the 5D energy, which is the ether. It's not in the physical yet, but it's in the 5D where whatever it is that you imagine, you can create, you can manifest. So just something more for you to think about this week. But remember, try to remember, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. There is no reason to fear or need to escape. In fact, if you have nature or parks nearby, the more that you can hang out in that scenery, the better you're going to feel. Honestly, in the bigger picture, I think this is the perfect week for you to establish communication with your higher self, with your spirit guides, with angels, or with nature, with signs, synchronicities. It's a perfect week for serendipity. It's a perfect week for you to daydream or allow your imagination to, carry you away somewhere else. It's all about the happy, happy, joy, joy. And remember, by the end of the week, you should have more truth and clarity about, this decision or this idea, something that you've been contemplating or thinking about choosing. It's the best way I can interpret pile number 2. Okay, I want to add some pocket oracle for group number 2 before I go. What more does group 2 need to know? Look at that. Go, the time is right. I'm going to put it here. Go, follow your joy. The time is right. Go hang out with the birds. Notice the cycles here. So I wonder if these eclipses are really shifting your perspective in a profound way. So remember, last weekend we had the lunar eclipse, and next weekend we have the solar eclipse. Ooh, is that one? This one wants to jump out. Oh, okay, right. Reconsider. So this week, again, you have the option to reconsider before you make a serious decision about something in your life, whatever this is. And if you haven't been wanting to make a decision, then, pay attention to your mind, or maybe let go of your thoughts, surrender your thoughts and your mind. And now you've got a star and a circle. This is your sign. Stir up the situation. Be open to new ideas. You may even invent something new. Okay, I'm really thinking universe is trying to get you to tune into new information, new intuition, Akashic records, if that's something that you resonate with, the spiritual team, joy, it's a higher vibration. Wow. Okay, group 2. I was just quiet and listening to see if there are any other final messages that were coming through, and there are not. So I hope you enjoyed this video reading. And I did warn you at the beginning of the video that I've been touched a little bit by the woo this morning, but I'm trying to keep this as practical and woo together at the same time. But everything is still going to be okay. Just a little bit of fogginess or uncertainty, perhaps for some of you at this moment. It's not the right time to make a serious decision about something, at least not for the next few days. So I hope you enjoyed your video reading. If you did, please click the like button. You're always welcome to comment as well. If you're interested in a private reading, I offer astrology, transitional, awakenings, spiritual, and even simple tarot. So if you'd like a personal reading, check out my link below. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your pick a card reading for today about your immediate future. Now, usually I'm looking ahead like the next 7 days or so. So just to give you an idea, but your immediate future could last longer or maybe a shorter period of time for you based on the life that you're living at the moment. So I'm going to put your crystal over here. Pile number 3. We're going to start with your tarot. So what do we need to know about your immediate future? The Sun, Justice, the Ace of Cups, the Alchemist, the Ace of Wands, and the Empress. By the way, I want you to know that this Ace of Cups card from this particular deck is used in replacement of the Lover's card. The Lover's card that was in the Tarot Illuminati, the people were naked, and YouTube says, that's a no-no, so I replaced it with this card, because to me this represents the Lovers as well. The Ace of Cups, love, emotion, but look at your cards. So what's going on for group number 3 this week? Happiness, being in the right place at the right time. Fulfillment. Something is manifesting. There's plenty of outward directed energy within you too with this Ace of Wands. Maybe some of you feel like you need to go somewhere else. So physical exercise might benefit you to help you get rid of that extra energy. Okay, let's look at your other cards though and get a little bit more information. I'm not surprised that the Master is showing up in your pile. So what's going on for pile number 3 this week? Okay, growth, the number 44. So you are surrounded and protected by the angels. You have everything that you need. I feel like there are many things that are probably going to be moving or shifting in your life this week. And this moving and shifting might be something happening energetically. The 5D. The woo. Oh, some of you are waking up more intuitively. Okay, consciousness. Yeah, that's what I was just referring to. Your present power. Wow. So you're definitely on a path of mastery. And I don't think 44 is a master number. I know 11 is, and 22, and 33. According to the numerology books that I have, none of them really refer to the number 44. I think the 4 is usually referred to the angels. What else do we have here? You've got 2 aces, the alchemist, the empress. Something just said divine feminine. So let's just look at the astrology oracle to see what planets are probably affecting you the most. Your mind, pay attention to your thoughts. The moon, nurture your emotions. Oh, that makes sense because thoughts, direct action, power, and strength is more masculine, but the receptivity, the fluidity, the creativity, and the nurturing is more feminine. So, pile 3, are you embodying wholeness this week? The wholeness of your sovereignty, your divinity. Have you mastered this whole life thing? Literally, I'm asking you a question, so answer below. Answer me below. If you have mastered this whole life thing, or what is the path that you're on? So your consciousness is going to be shifting this week. I feel like group number 3 this week, whatever it is that you're doing in your individual lives, I feel like you're just going to be going about your daily routine and doing your normal thing, and you're going to be elevated. You're leveling up in your awareness, becoming more focused, but also aware of your power to manifest. When you manifest, or when you choose something from the heart, something that you absolutely love, that you wish to experience, I feel like you're going to receive more proof and more manifestations this week, which are going to prove to you, it's the proof that you need to realize that you have mastered this whole life and manifestation thing. But it also requires that you pay attention to your thoughts and to make sure that you're only thinking positive, helpful, optimistic, because that's the fastest way that you can manifest anything new into your life. So what is it that you're trying to manifest? I'm looking at these cards, but I feel like what's manifesting is more a shift in your mind and your consciousness. Feeling more comfortable in your skin, within your home, wherever it is that you're currently living. There's definitely a sense of empowerment. So your soul is evolving, not only in a conscious way, not only in an emotional way, not only in a woo way, but your mind is also evolving to incorporate a higher level of intelligence and understanding. Wow, but no pressure, right? No pressure, pile number 3. So what are you going to do with all of that awesomeness? Really, what are you going to do with that? Okay, and then there's also Venus. I'm really feeling like pile 3, all of the feel goods are aligning in the stars and your astrology this week. Allowing you to feel, right, completely blessed and comfortable where you're at on your path. And I don't really think that this week you're going to be changing a direction, or some of you might choose to take a small trip or go on a little adventure. But I really do feel like the universal consciousness is supporting you. The woo is really trying to get your attention, to get you to love yourself, to open up to and allow unconditional love to support you. Now, I don't really know if this is a person. It could be an animal. It could be nature. It could be your own self waking up and realizing that maybe you are the only person who can fully and unconditionally love yourself, especially if nobody else ever has. Have you ever considered that? So the thoughts that are going through your mind this week are helping you to level up, become more aware, to expand your awareness, to feel more comfortable and loved in your home, in your body, in your skin, but also to bring you into the realization that you're not only exactly where you're supposed to be, but I feel like you've finally made it to some level of mastery in your life, which is allowing you to kind of kick back and relax a little bit so that you don't have to work so hard. If you have more time to play around with this whole alchemy thing, you never really know what you might think of in any present moment that suddenly manifests for you within the same day. Has that been happening to you yet? Pile number 3, I know it's been happening to me. I start thinking about something, I'm like, oh man, I really wish I could. I need to, something. And then a lot of the times within the same day, there's usually a person that shows up in my daily routine, or someone that I know that calls me and says, hey, do you want to go? And it literally blows me away because I'm not talking to any of these individuals like I am talking to my camera right now. I'm talking to all of you. So play around with that. The whole telepathy thing, right? Use your mind. Tell yourself, the universe, oh, this is what I would really love to explore or have or experience, and then see what manifests for you during the day. I'm giving you homework. But I really do feel like this week is full of feel-goods. So I don't think you can do anything wrong, but there's a lot of new energy, new consciousness, a shift, a leveling up spiritually, or maybe you're just maturing, right? You're getting older, and life is, it's meant to be shifting so that you can live smarter and maybe not harder. You know what I mean? And all of this before the solar eclipse. So I'm wondering where the solar eclipse is going to be happening in your astrology, because that's the area of your life that's going to be affected the most over the next 6 months. By the way, usually where these eclipses hit our personal astrology charts are usually in a certain set of houses through your entire lifetime. So for those of you who are studying your astrology and your transits, if you have the time to look back on all of the eclipses that you've experienced so far, you're going to notice that they usually happen in like 1 or 2 particular charts, particular houses, right? To help you with your power. So I would say your 8th house is probably, it experiences a lot of eclipses because the 8th house would be your power versus somebody else's power. Your beliefs versus somebody else's beliefs. Or it could be in the 7th house, house of relationships. Anyway, nurture everything that you love, including your mind and yourself and your body and your heart. And ask the universe to manifest something that you're ready for next. See what manifests for you. It's like, oh, I'm thinking, it's like, ooh, I think I'm going to practice that too. I want to pull some pocket oracle for you as well to get a few more messages. Oh, look at this. Choose a new direction. I wonder what this means. So this Ace of Wands, physical energy. Oh, it's inspiration. Keep in mind, Wands isn't representing like a physical, or like a practical. It's more of a fire sign, fire energy. It's inspiration. It's an emotion. Interesting. I wonder if the card is answering me. Like I was just saying, I wonder if it's meaning something else. And the pocket tarot is like, unlikely. See, even the cards are answering my questions while I'm trying to do a reading for you. Interesting. Look at this. So unlikely, reconsider, get more information. Oh my gosh. So that's funny. If you've been thinking about moving, I don't know, you're feeling inspired, but all of these cards are saying, no, unlikely, reconsider, get more information. It's like maybe you don't want to force something to happen. Isn't that crazy? Okay, let's pull some more. The other piles only had like 2. Oh, look at this. Say yes to growth, personal growth. Oh yeah, maybe you don't have to go anywhere, right? It's not the right time for you to go anywhere or travel anywhere. But this week is the time for personal reflection, growth, happiness, joy, love. All right, this is the best way I can interpret your reading, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, Alki showed up here, the alchemist, so I'm wondering who usually chooses the piles that have the master or the magician or the alchemist. I'm wondering if you chose this pile in today's video. In the least, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do click the like button. Have an amazing week. And, well, if anyone's interested in an astrology reading or an eclipse reading or a tarot reading, feel free to reach out to me. My link is down below if you want more specific information according to your life path, your purpose, your birthday. Okay, bye for now. Hey there, pile number 4. So, welcome to your pick a card reading about your immediate future. So, technically, over the next 7 days or so, ish. And this isn't a timing reading, but what are the potentials? What are the possibilities? What should you look for or pay attention to? If you chose the blue calcite crystal, these are your messages. So what do you need to know right now? Or maybe it's going to bring a confirmation for you. Okay, group 4, we're starting with, there's the Star, the Temperance, the World, the Moon, the Fool, seriously? And the Death card, interesting. Okay, so straight away, pile number 4, how many of you are feeling like you need to escape or you need to run away? I feel like the woo might be catching up to you. You might be feeling like you need to go somewhere, but there's something, I mean, look at these cards. There's a huge shift, something new. It's probably leading up to the eclipse, which is next weekend. An ending, a beginning, a completion, changes. So let's just look at your other cards. Okay, universe is trying to get you to slow down this week. Slow down and pay attention. Okay, the Wild Rose Fairy, love. The number 47, it reduces to the number 11. Okay, 11 is enlightenment, spiritual abundance, completion, but creativity. The 0 point, the number 13, something significant is like changing or shifting, but I would assume that you're already feeling these things. And look at this, your spiritual path. Okay, how many of you resonate with the number 11 or the number 17 or the number 13? A raise of hands, or let me know if you were born on any one of those days, or if 17, 11, or 13 are significant numbers for you, because these would just simply be a confirmation, like a synchronicity, something confirming that you chose the right pile. But this week you're making adjustments. Some of you might feel like you're having to wait or prepare for something, but even with these cards, slow down, pay attention, listen is probably the best thing that you can do this week. Because there are definitely, I'm feeling that group 4, you have the potential to tune into more of your sensitivities this week. your sensations. What are you sensing? Not necessarily something that you're seeing, but what are you feeling? What are you experiencing? What are you trying to navigate? But your spiritual team or your angels are trying to communicate with you to get you to pay attention. So some of you are waking up to a spiritual path. It could be the very beginning of a brand new, beautiful relationship with yourself. What are the planets affecting you right now? South nodes, like, it's not the time to worry. You've got the sun supporting you, happiness, simplicity. And the North Node, oh my God, seriously? So if you have the South Node and the North Node, both of these cards in your pick a card reading, you probably are experiencing a huge shift or transition in your life. Usually when there's a significant event with your nodes, and of course the nodes are what are triggering a new experience with the eclipses, but there's also like it almost feels like a spiritual significant shift somehow for you, or you're being challenged to surrender what you think you know. Maybe you're being encouraged to go with the flow. Your guides are definitely trying to get you to stop worrying and stressing about everything. But there's also something new that is trying to come into your awareness. So the more time you can relax, go for a walk, get away from your mind or your thoughts, the easier it's going to be for you to like connect with your spirit guides, or to understand, to sense what it is that you're feeling. And so what you're feeling, if you are sensitive and you're feeling things, you're feeling not only changes on the planet, but you're feeling the 5D. You are turning into the 5D energy, which is already here on the planet. It has not always been here. In fact, it's been getting stronger and stronger on the planet, this 5D, since after 2012. But even more since 2020, like since COVID happened, the 5D is really, it's becoming more prominent. And the reason for this, because in the bigger picture, now I'm really going to go woo on you. The veil is becoming lighter. The veil between us and other realities or dimensions or the universe or the galaxy, that veil is dissolving. This is also a planetary transit. So the planet is changing, events are happening, but the planet is also aligning with the galactic center, which is bringing us closer to, well, home, our true home in the cosmos. Is that woo enough for you? So again, the more you can just kind of surrender, I feel bad for you if you have a corporate job where you have to use your brain and, practical reasoning, because I really do feel like the woo is calling you. And if you have to go to work, right, and do practical things, when the woo is calling you, you might feel like a struggle. So if you can, take time off, take some vacation days over the next week. I think that would be awesome for you, especially for those of you who like resonate with the rainbow frequencies. And I'm not meaning sexuality. The rainbow is the rainbow. The rainbow bridge is the spiritual bridge between the earth and home, the universe. Love is calling you. The temple is calling you. So I would think the more you can focus on your beliefs, your spiritual practices, nurturing your daily routine, get out of your head, but tune into nature or what you're sensing, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, without trying to bring logical sense to everything with your mind, then this will be a much more enjoyable week for all of you who chose group number 4. Wow. So this isn't a prediction. These are just potentials, possibilities, something for you to think about, something for you to explore. Whatever you choose to focus on, or whatever it is that you believe, you can actually manifest for you. And I'm the idea bringer. I'm the confirmation person. Or I'm bringing you reminders of something that is possible if you want to explore that. Our predictions, we can't even make our own predictions. Actually, I have sometimes when I feel something coming on that I know is a significant change, but I don't think I'm predicting that. I sense it. Anyway, I don't want people to think that I'm predicting or telling you what to do, because this is your life. It's up to you. But I'm perceiving that there's like a lot of shift in spiritual energy this week. So the more you can take time off to just simply reflect or be spiritual, nurture yourself, or spend time away from, well, other people, the more enjoyable but also enlightening this week is going to be for you as we're approaching the next eclipse. Okay, something is definitely going to be shifting in your consciousness. I want to pull some pocket oracle cards for you. I used to call them pocket tarot, but they're not actually called pocket tarot. Oh, the pocket cards are answering me. No, we are not pocket tarot. We are pocket oracle. The no card keeps coming up. Isn't that funny? Okay, so pocket oracle. Can we get some more confirmations or messages for group number 4? If it's the no again, seriously? Yes to love, yes to your sacred path, the sacred temple. I don't think it's the right time for you to, or like the clock. Yeah, I have no idea what it's not the right time for. Listen to your intuition. Right. That makes sense. Get more information. Right. So when you surrender, you listen, and I even said that at the beginning of the video. Get more information. Yes, you have the option to tune into universal forces, unconditional love, your spiritual team, the angels. But there's definitely significant shifts that I think are happening in your lives. Whether you are aware of those or not is, totally up to you guys. So, if you're curious about where these eclipses are hitting in your astrology transit, because they usually happen in the same houses throughout your entire lifetime. And that also gives you a little bit more specific information about what you're here to learn or how you're growing. What is shifting? Are you shifting away from something? Is something releasing you? Or do you need to release something else? That sort of thing. So if you're interested in private readings, do feel free to reach out. My link is down below. But this is the best way I can interpret pile number 4 for this week. It definitely seems to be filled with a lot of woo or imagination or unconditional love. Not necessarily meant to be a productive week, but still, of course, you're going to do what you need to do. But the more you can listen to your intuition, follow, trust, I think the more you're going to start becoming aware of, especially if you are experiencing a shift in your consciousness, in your energy, or even in your physical body. Well then, okay, pile 4. I hope you enjoyed these messages. If you're thinking that you didn't really resonate with this pile, there were other piles in today's pick a card that were more practical, logical. So maybe you just chose the wrong pile, or I'm thinking you chose the right pile, but maybe you don't want to admit that you're surrendering to the woo. Anyway, have an amazing week, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now.